Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday morning and I'm hoping everybody is well and doing fine. Get rid of the damn emojis. Hey, Corey, good morning. Okay, we're headed in the right direction now. So ships have been pretty busy this morning. I was down there at 5:30 this morning. How you doing, Corey? Well, I hope. Mr. Skyfly, good morning to you, sir. Glad to have you here. If anybody'd like to join me on the panel, the link is at the top. It's raining here now. It was sunny at 5 o'clock this morning. Well, sunny, it was clear. Then it became sunny, and then the rain has moved in. I think that's the Edgar B. Spear 1,000-footer headed upbound. So. Anybody order any drones or anything? I know that if you're selling anything online, it seems to be full of low ballers right now. My Inspire with 6 batteries, I got an offer of $500. I could just sit on the table for that. Finally stopped raining. Okay. Yeah, see if I can't pull up the weather. There's my current weather radar right now at 9 o'clock. And supposed to be keep raining, I would imagine, most of the day. There's 2 o'clock. Let's put it in motion. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Yep, it looks like it's gonna rain all day. Captain Joe. Good morning, Ed. How you doing? Good to see you. Edgar B. Spear making the turn to head up north and toward underneath the bridge and then in further on up into Lake Huron. Give me a second, gang. I'll be right back. Oh, so it's a rainy, nasty sun. Well, just a gloomy day, I guess is the best way to put it. For a Sunday. It started out a lot nicer this morning. And I haven't had a chance to finish my drone footage of this morning. I'm gonna show you guys the Herbert Jackson. This is raw footage. This is right at about 6:30, no, 5:35, 5:45, somewhere in that neighborhood. So this was what I shot this morning. This is the first of 4 ships I did. This hasn't been lightened or anything. This is raw footage. This is the Herbert C. Jackson downbound. It is a self-unloading carrier on the Great Lakes, and it's a classic design which has the pilot forward and engine room stern. Just after dawn. As you can see, this is out to the west, it's dark. Simply because the sun is just starting to come up. As you can see, just starting to come up. Like I say, this is all the raw footage that I took with the drone this morning. And about, I would say 5:45, 5:55, as it's headed downbound. Oh, David, sorry to hear that. Looks like the camera operator is trying to mimic my drone footage. 4 hours to Harbor Beach. Roger. So, is anybody else gonna go out and fly today, or? That was the first ship I did, which was the Robert. That's the Herbert Jackson. Then I did the Robert Pearson. I did the American Integrity. And the last ship I did, let me pull that up. Like I say, none of this that I'm showing you guys has been edited or changed in any way. It's just raw footage. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Hi, Paul. Yeah, we've got 8 degrees centigrade and between 15 and 30 mile an hour winds.
This is what is known as a salty. It's by the Polstream Company. It's a European company. That's the raw footage. Outbound underneath the Blue Water bridges.
So why is it called a salty?
Because they're designed and made, manufactured, and they spend a lot of time out on the ocean, which is salt water. This is all fresh water.
All right, I get you.
So that's what I did this morning. Got up at about a little after 5:30, and headed out down to the river.
Hi, Jody.
Good morning, Jody, aka Frank Rizzo. Yes, they do. And while we have a lot of ships here on the Great Lakes that are self-unloading, you know, the gantry you've seen. Salties, unless they're just strictly just bulk carrier, have the booms up on the deck that allow them to lower packaging or items down and pick them up and then put them over on shore. They're listed as self-loading and unloading bulk package carrier.
Hmm.
So what they can do is they can palletize stuff and put it down in the cargo hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went to do the second ship, the damn drone, for some reason, the controller shifted over to FPV mode, which means, you know, when you're flying, it does this with the camera.
Yeah, it locks the gimbal.
Yeah, unlocks it. Yeah.
No, it locks it so that it stays fixed.
No, that's what I wanted fixed. And
No,
it's,
no.
it's,
When
it's,
when
it's,
the gimbal is fixed, it means the camera moves with the drone. When the gimbal is on, then the gimbal takes over and the drone moves and the gimbal stays steady.
well, the gimbal doesn't stay steady, but anyway, I'll give you
Well,
that.
you know what I mean. When the gimbal's locked, it means that the camera actually tilts when the drone tilts.
Stays level.
No, it doesn't stay level. It follows the drone. So that if the gimbal's locked,
Well,
it
see,
means
the camera
doesn't move.
controller, it's only got two choices. One
Yeah,
is
so is the FPV mode, which locks the gimbal.
or
That
stable.
means that when the drone tilts, the camera tilts with it.
Yep.
But on the other mode, follow me?
Yep. Follow me
Yeah,
mode.
follow mode. That allows the gimbal to move so that when the drone tilts, the gimbal compensates for it.
Yep. Well, and you know, the funny thing is that on that ship that it was doing that, it wouldn't let me change it. I could bring it up, but it wouldn't let me change it. So when I came back and landed it, then took it off again, I was able to change it.
It's very weird.
Mia's in there tearing up the other room. Be right back. Hey, goofball. I don't think you want to go out. Boy, she's just being obstinate today.
Yeah, mine was being a bit awkward as well. She was just constantly barking until you stroked her, and then she'd stop. But if you stop stroking, she'd start barking again. Then eventually, she decided that she'd get up onto the sofa next to me and go to sleep.
Yeah. The Anyway, the drone, I still like the Air 2S the best.
Hmm.
Did you hear me? I got an offer on the Inspire for $500. Get me out of here.
Ha! I hope you told him to stick it.
Yep. Yeah, I'd rather let the Inspire just sit there, and if it gets nicer weather, who knows, I might go out and fly it again, you know?
Hmm. Yeah.
But what I found at my age is what you get used to, you feel more comfortable with. And even like when I fly the Nano, it's a little bit different. Every drone flies a little different, you know?
Yeah.
And I must be getting old and fussy.
I get the feeling you've always been fussy.
Yeah, Edward, I try and do the best I can do. Well, here's a for instance. There was a couple down there from Canada that came over and was very inquisitive and asking me questions and everything. And she wanted to know if she could see the video that I just did. And do you think I could find that on the controller, how to show that video? No. And
There
I,
is a down in the bottom right hand corner, left hand corner. I think it says album,
yeah,
and
and when I
you
tapped
go
that,
into
it
that.
said
It should be
album
there.
is empty.
You've not got the
I
settings.
think I have an SD card in it. Let me check.
There's a thing in the settings where you can set it to record to cache, which means it will record everything on the remote as well. It must
Nope,
be
I
switched
do not
off.
have an SD card in the controller. That's
It
my
doesn't.
fault.
It doesn't need an SD card in a controller.
I think that's one of the choices you have is SD card or internal memory.
Yeah, but that's for the drone, not for the controller. The controller one, it's got its own internal memory for recording on, and you have to set it to record to cache.
Yeah.
Usually, the SD cards in
Yeah.
the controller just do
Yeah.
screenshots.
Ed, I did. I gave her my business card, which has my YouTube page and everything on there.
Mm.
And the other thing that I noticed, a lot of people that are down there that aren't necessarily on the water. Two people today. One was a guy that came over from the middle of the state to take pictures. He's naturalist. He likes to look for the cranes and all that kind of stuff. And the other was that young couple from Canada. None of them knew about marinetraffic.com.
All right.
So they all got it put on their cell phones. Because it's a free app. So if you have any questions at all about anything on the water, Marine
Mm.
Traffic is tracking just about everything, even up and down the Mississippi or anywhere around the world.
Yeah. Must admit, I'd never heard of it until I started coming on your show.
It's a great app. And it's like I told him, I says, well, if you travel to Florida, you travel up into Canada or whatever, and you want to know what the hell that ship is, just go to Marine Traffic.
Yeah.
Joe's over on Johnny's channel.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them on Johnny's channel. I think he's got about 10 people on the channel on the
They-
panel. They'll be winding it up soon, I think.
I think he went on, what, at 8:30?
I'm not sure, but he does go on early, yeah. Earlier because he's, what's it, in an hour different, Johnny. He's the same time as Joe. Are
Yeah,
they,
there, in
are
other
they,
words, like right here, right now, it's 9:30, it's 8:30 there.
yeah, I think so. It's hard to keep track of where your times change.
Yeah, especially in like Dominic and everybody else, it's hard to, Dominic, it's morning there right now.
Oh yeah, Dominic is 9 hours in front of me, so 14 hours in front of you. So if it's now it's actually 11 o'clock at night for Dominic
Yeah,
now,
it's nighttime, yep.
and he goes to bed at 10. So it must be getting towards spring and warming up a bit. The flies are starting to come out.
Oh yeah, I noticed today down when I was flying, there was a whole bunch of little gnats buzzing around, you know?
Yeah,
What, I guess they call them no-see-ums or whatever.
we call them gnats or midges.
Yep.
Mm, yeah,
Soon as the
but
drone takes off, though, so do they. They're gone.
yeah, you'll always find them around water. And they can't fly very high either because of them being so small and light. I think they can only fly up to about 15 feet in the air or something like that. Well, we're not supposed to get any rain today, but the skies don't look very nice.
Yeah, well, here it's just yucky.
Mm,
A little bit of rain, a little bit of dampness.
yeah. According to the weather forecast, we're supposed to have a nice sunny spells day with the rain coming at 1 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not a downpour, but what it is if I look out in the puddles, you see there's little quivers in the puddle, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Hang
like a
on, I gotta pitch some peanuts. They're out of my door.
yeah, okay. Hmm. Who else is out there? Nobody. lots of lurkers today. It says there's 13 people watching, but I can only see 6 people in the chat.
Oh my. The yeah, last night I gave in to my desire for a different kind of food. So I went and flew and I went to Taco Bell and I got a Nacho Bel Grande and a burrito. Came home and ate a little bit of the Nacho Bel Grande and I cut the burrito in half, put it back together, and I gave it to my neighbors upstairs, the kids. They scarf them down, you know. Taco Bell. I used to like to get the Nacho Bel Grande, and it was good, but nothing seems to taste as good as what I remember it is, you know?
Yeah. Mm.
I'm just as happy eating the Bob Evans breakfast meal bowl, you know?
Mm.
Microwave it for a couple of minutes and you're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I might just do myself a toasted sausage sandwich after.
Ah,
I got some nice pork chipolata sausages from Tesco yesterday.
oh, did you?
Mm. So I think about 6 of them between 2 slices of bread just about do it. It definitely feels colder again.
I just tried to go over and see if Johnny was still on, but I can't find him anywhere.
I don't know.
No big deal. Tis what it is.
Mm. Mm.
Well, we haven't had a comment in 30 minutes on in the chat.
No. Well, it says Johnny started 2 hours. I don't know whether he's
He's
still.
going?
I don't know whether he's still live, but he started 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Right. If I click on his to see whether he's still going, yours will disappear.
Well, I think I'm gonna just call it a day and because Johnny's probably gonna keep going for a while and we haven't had a comment in the
Usually,
chat in a half an hour.
I mean, Johnny usually finishes quite.
Well, you never know.
It's up to you, though.
Okay, everybody, we'll see all of you again later today. Mark, thanks for popping in.
That's all right.
We'll see you next time.